March 26th, AML Wrestling comes to Yadkinville with WWE Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan, plus the new AML Wrestling Champion King Shane Williams, and AML Wrestling Tag Team Champions the Heat Seekers, Cedric Alexander, and all your favorite AML stars. That's March 26th at Yadkinville Elementary. AML Wrestling, never enough.
AML Wrestling Live, this is Tim Blaze, and your main event is for the AML Wrestling title. It's going to be a great one. It's going to be the Greek Papadon, the champion, the new champion, taking on King Shane Williams with his Queen Taylor. Let's bring him in. King Shane, you've won the best of 5 with Vordell Walker. You're the #1 contender for the AML title. It's been all year 2015 for you. Shane, what's your thoughts?
My thoughts is, I just recently moved to Mount Holly, North Carolina. Not to be a wrestler, not to have 5-star matches, not to do Hava Coronas or shooting star presses off the top rope. I moved to North Carolina to be the very best professional wrestler. North Carolina is filled to the brim with tons of talent. The hotbed of professional wrestling is here in North Carolina. But I'm not here to be a wrestler. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to be a king. So Papadon, you bring your very best super kick, your very best Hava Corona, and I guarantee you this, you may knock me down, but I promise you, I will get back up. Because Papadon, at the end of the day, I will rule you. Because I'm the king, and you're not.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the #1 contender, King Shane Williams. Now let's bring in the champion, the new AML Wrestling Champion, Greek Papadon. What's your thoughts on your match tonight?
Well, first off, hold on. Let's set the record straight. It's Greek God Papadon. All right there, buddy?
Greek God.
Say my name correctly.
Greek God.
You know, even better yet, let's state facts. The greatest AML champion of all time, Greek God Papadon. I'm going to take a stage left. Do your job right and do it correct, and let's start this over again. Go ahead.
Greek God Papadon, the AML champion. Would you please come in and give me your thoughts about King?
Are you from North
Shane
Carolina?
Williams? Actually, I'm not.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from Virginia.
That's even worse. Listen, the greatest AML champion of all time, Greek God Papadon. Can you get that right?
Yeah, we'll
all right, so do it, Malaka. Go ahead.
The greatest AML wrestling champion of all time, the Greek God Papadon.
It's a pretty good intro, kid. You got a bright future in this business. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, what do you want?
I was just wanting to know what's going on tonight's AML championship match. You're going to defend the title. Last time you were in this organization, it was a controversial win.
Controversial win.
You get the same thing?
Why? Because I won? That's the controversy?
I don't know.
Where's the
what's going on.
controversy?
Well, what? You tell me.
Come on, stop stuttering, Junior. Talk to me. What do you want to know? You're wasting my time. My time is money. I'm the champ.
Well,
They came to see me, so talk.
Tonight, you're facing the #1 contender, King Shane Williams. He's grown in this company through the last year and earned this title shot. Please, don't take him lightly. That's all I'd like to say.
Did you bet the farm on him?
I didn't bet the farm.
Double Y?
But
Yeah,
I might bet the double.
Yeah, you might bet the double Y. Well, then you're going to be a losing sucker. Just like everybody else who has their hopes and dreams with King Shane. Look, Shane, I'm not going to take anything away from you. I've heard of you. I've seen what you can do in the squared circle, and I applaud it. You're a very skilled competitor. #1 contender. You went the distance with Vordell Walker. I'm not Vordell Walker. I am the Greek God, Demetrius Papadon, the greatest AML champion of all time, who made history on the first match in AML. My first night in this company, I became champion. I know it's true. I said it. Yeah, that's right. Shut your mouth. You see, the Greeks, they created history, and I am keeping that tradition alive today. If it wasn't for the Greeks, there wouldn't be any professional wrestling, and you and that tramp, we would be working at Kmart somewhere or Walmart instead of inside of a wrestling ring, so you're welcome. Look, I heard what you had to say, and you know what? It's good to have a dream, kid. Hell, we all have dreams, even this guy. Go brush your teeth, you stink. Point is this, I am the dream killer. I am the Alpha, the Omega, the past, present, and future of this industry, and I am the AML champion coming in and going out. You will get on your knees, and not like your hussy Jezebel manager. You will get on your knees, Shane, and for once, they're going to witness a king bow to a god. Now, did that sum it up?
That summed it up pretty good.
Good job, Junior. Yeah.
The greatest AML wrestling champion of all time, Greek god Papadon, and King Shane Williams. That's coming up next.
It's wrestling time!
And finally, fans of the Mid-Atlantic region, we have a match that has been highly anticipated for many months, and that is King Shane Williams finally getting his AML championship shot. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to America's Most Like Wrestling. We are live in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I am Blake Chadwick on the call as the Greek god Papadon will defend that AML title for the first time in 2016 against the number one contender for his gold, King Shane Williams. Senior official James Hunter gonna hold that belt high and show it off to King Shane. Of course, King Shane knocking off the ring wrecker Vordell Walker, coming back from down 2-1 in their best of 5 series to close it out 3-2 to become the official number one contender, and now he's granted his championship shot at the AML 1-year anniversary show. Bell sounds this one's underway. Once again, senior official James Hunter assigned to this contest. King Shane Williams, the Greek god Papadon, about to hook it up for the richest prize in the Mid-Atlantic. King Shane is a man who first came to America's Most Like Wrestling with all of the pomp and circumstance. And you slowly saw the fans of AML change their tune and begin to show support for King Shane and his Queen Taylor throughout the spring and summer months of 2015. And when we all thought he knocked off Caprice Coleman, Zane Dawson, and of course Vordell Walker in that fatal 4-way to determine the first ever AML champion, but it was determined that Caprice Coleman got the pinfall. You saw a lot of support for King Shane from people all around the area that thought he should be crowned the champion. And then that embroiled in a bitter feud with Vordell Walker, where not only the number one contendership was on the line, but Vordell putting his hands on his queen. And King Shane had to go out for revenge. And you see the Greek god strutting his stuff a little bit. And in these parts, that might not be seen as the respect that it deserves. As these two still in the feeling out process, King Shane has fought long and hard for this opportunity. We thought he might have been granted it during WrestleCade weekend, but it was determined that Papadon got the shot. That's where he shocked the world, as he knocked off Ethan Carter III of TNA Wrestling and Caprice Coleman in that one fall to a finish. Triple threat match for the AML Championship. And after a few successful defenses, the Greek god tries to ride into 2016, no pun intended, the king of AML. As these two again feeling each other out, and you have to think, folks, everyone in Winston-Salem, almost 100% support for King Shane in this one. As we saw in the pre-match festivities, King Shane throwing a few barbs out there, calling Papadon Papa John. And he might be celebrating with a large pizza after this one, alongside his queen in a brand new championship. But I don't know how much you want to get under the skin of Papadon. As he's shown, he'll do whatever it takes to get the win, including those feet on the ropes to knock off Caprice. Nice hip lock takeover by King Shane Williams, and an arm drag takedown. And he's utilizing the basics right now to ground the AML champion, as Papadon might have been confused, thought he was back in Greece somewhere, but he put on the brakes, and that gives himself an opening against the King. Irish whip off the ropes. King Shane puts on the brakes, tells Papadon where to meet him, and the drop toe hold right into that middle rope, and he's going to kick it for good measure. And Papadon thrown for a loop here by the number 1 contender. Another arm drag takedown as King Shane Williams has grounded the Greek god right here in the heart of the Mid-Atlantic. We know Shane Williams forged his name and really an identity for himself in that Smoky Mountain region, feuding with King Jerry Lawler, where he essentially lifted that moveset from him. Nice leapfrog by King Shane. Goes for the right hand, puts his head down as Papadon, and there was almost pile driver time. Papadon's going to hit the deck. But King Shane showing everyone that he can pull that pile driver out at any moment. Nearly shocked Papadon and took that championship less than 10 minutes in. As Papadon runs around the floor, oh no. He's got a hold of Queen Taylor. He throws her right into King. But King Shane's not going to have any of that, as it seems like the last few opponents for Shane Williams have tried to involve Queen Taylor. As King Shane brings Papadon back in the ring, and he's taking advantage now, stomping a mud hole in him, trying to walk him dry right in that corner. As James Hunter administering that count, King Shane certainly does not want to get disqualified, but you can start to see the intensity level pick up as this one becoming more personal and not just about the AML championship, right when Papadon put his hands on the Queen. Williams puts on the brakes, gets out of the corner, and a power slam coming out. 1, 2, and a near fall for King Shane Williams. As him and Papadon pushing each other to the limit, and there's that vintage reverse neck breaker. Could this set it up? 1, 2, and another near fall for King Shane. As in addition to being number 1 contender, like we said, arguably now the most popular man in all of AML. As each and every time he makes that entrance, the fans are waiting for pile driver time as he sets up for it once again, and Papadon's going to send him over the top rope, all the way to the arena floor. No padding or protection out there. As you can see, folks, it's just hardwood. And King Shane takes a mighty spill as James Hunter begins to administer that count, and that certainly leaves an opening for the Greek god to collect his thoughts and gain a second win.
We want to help you cheer in the new year in a nicer, newer car by giving you up to $5,177 more than the appraised value for your old car. 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Frank Myers, Auto Max, and Uncle Frank. Trade in that old car you hate and get up to $5,177 more than the appraised value and cheer in the new year in a nicer, newer car from Frank Myers Auto Max today.
Everybody.
Plus, our Everybody Rides program wants to get you approved today. Our goal, 100% approval. But hurry, because this deal ends on Saturday once we've helped 76 people, whichever comes first. Rah, rah, ree! Kick 'em in the knee. Rah, rah, rash! Kick 'em in the other knee. Woo, yeah!
Honesty, a value that seems lost in today's auto industry. At Beamer Tire and Auto Repair, we have built our reputation on providing honest and friendly service. With 2 ASE certified master technicians and industry-leading technology, the tire experts at Beamer are well equipped to service or repair any maker model on the road today. So, for all of your future automotive needs, be sure to stop by Beamer Tire and Auto Repair. We care because you can go anywhere.
As he's going to ram King Shane back first, right into the ring apron. As James Hunter administering that count, as if he gets the 10, of course, both of these men will be counted out, but just as I was saying, it will keep the title in the camp of Papadon. But King Shane starting to fire back here. Sends the Greek god back into the ring. As these two going back and forth. I was talking to King Shane a little bit before this championship match, and he said he was doing a lot of scouting, watching some Papadon tape, and specifically watching those 2 matches during WrestleCade weekend that he had most likely when he won that championship at Papadon with that second rope clothesline. And that's only going to get a near fall. He thought that might have been 3. But King Shane said he was studying the tape of that Caprice Coleman EC3 Papadon match because he wanted to figure out any tactics that Papadon might pull out of his hat to try to utilize against King Shane. Goes for a scoop slam, but it appears too much damage has been done to the back of King Shane. And now Papadon going to try to take control right in the center of the ring. Snap suplex. Up and over. Pinfall attempt. 1, 2. Does not hook the leg. And he only gets a near fall. And again, not too pleased with the near fall is the Greek God. But James Hunter says he did not get 3. As Papadon now turns his attention once again to Queen Taylor. You want to piss off King Shane, that's all you got to do, is start messing with the Queen a little bit. As you see once again, and he measures him up, and a knife edge chop out of the corner. Here comes King Shane. The Greek God gave him an opening, and King Shane is starting to exploit it here. He puts, I thought he was going for the pile driver again. Instead, a suplex is blocked as King Shane's lower back. Significant damage done, and the Greek God's gonna pick him up. Belly to back suplex. Dumps him right in the center of the ring. Hooks the outside leg. 1, 2. And a near fall once again. As the intensity level is starting to pick up here. As Papadon, he goes to the apron. Is he going to go to high-risk territory here? Rarefied air for the AML champion. He's too worried about what's going on in the front row. But Papadon, he's going to go all the way up top. But King Shane, he's going to leap forward and shake that top rope, and that's going to dislodge Papadon as he comes crashing down. And King Shane might have just found himself an opening here. King Shane trying to mount the offense as these two men are in very risky position. Shane Williams going all the way up. King Shane, if he hits this could signal the end of the reign of Papadon, and a superplex all the way from the top. The crowd in Winston-Salem showing their feverish support for the #1 contender. King Shane has fought long and hard for this opportunity, and he's now just 3 seconds away from fulfilling his destiny and beginning year 2 for America's Most Liked Wrestling as the champion. Williams trying to crawl to his feet. Papadon trying to get back up to a vertical base as well. These two men chopping each other down on their knees as Papadon almost out of desperation with that clubbing blow. King Shane with the knife edge chop. Back and forth, tooth and nail right in the center of the ring here. King Shane trying to feed off of this crowd. Another right hand. As the King, with his combination, unable to ground the Greek God. Papadon now. Irish whip to King Shane. He puts his head down. That might have been a mistake. And there's a double sledge. King Shane starting to fire up here. And there's a leg lariat. Look at that athleticism by King Shane. Digging deep into his playbook to try to dispatch the AML champion. King Shane Williams beginning to taste championship gold here. The #1 contender finally getting his due as he charges in with a clothesline. King Shane now, he's going to try to go to the opposite buckle. Irish whip reversal by the Greek God. He sticks his boot up to Williams. Down goes Papadon. And Shane in the corner with Papadon down. There's no strap to pull down, but here it comes. Vintage King Shane, and there's the fist drop. 1, 2, 2.5. I thought the fist drop might have done in the Greek God, but King Shane now, with momentum fully on his side, we could be looking at pile driver time, and 3 seconds later, we will have a new champion. Williams puts him in position. Here we go. Papadon. Oh, he puts on the brakes in the last second. And Papadon drives him back first right into that turnbuckle. Nice job by the Greek God to cut off King Shane before he loses his championship. Oh, it looks like Papadon having some trouble gaining his balance. He charges in. Nobody home. And King Shane tries. He's going to eat the back elbow of Papadon. And there's Papadon from the middle turnbuckle with the leaping elbow. 1, 2, and 2.5 as Shane Williams kicks out. And take a look on Papadon's face. He's in utter shock. He thought that was going to do it, but it's going to take a little bit more than that to close out King Shane Williams in a championship match. What a treat for the fans here in Winston-Salem and all around the Mid-Atlantic region as the Greek God Papadon putting the richest prize in the Mid-Atlantic on the line against the #1 contender Shane Williams. And Papadon almost toying with the challenger here with those kicks. He's going to measure up, goes for the roundhouse kick. King Shane, he's going to roll him up. 1, 2. And King Shane nearly shocks him right there. There's a drop kick. Down goes Papadon. 1, 2, and another near fall. As King Shane Williams really bringing his A game this afternoon. But Papadon is able to hold on for dear life, showing that heart of a champion. As Queen Taylor starting to cheer on her king, getting this crowd in Winston-Salem to rally behind Shane Williams. Papadon in the corner now. King Shane. And look at him expose that chest. Chop it away like raw meat. And Papadon has nowhere to go now. King Shane. Oh, there's an Irish whip reversal, but King Shane takes a page out of another Mid-Atlantic Legends playbook. Flips on up and over. And King Shane, the sunset flip from the outside in 1, 2, and 2.5. James Hunter, Johnny on the spot, but he can't get the 3. But Papadon with a right hand. That might have just KO'd Shane Williams. But another 2.5 as Papadon again in utter shock. The roof about to come off of the Mid-Atlantic region. Winston-Salem, North Carolina has been whipped into a frenzy here. As Papadon exchanging words with the senior official James Hunter. Looked like he was about to pull back and hit him. That would, of course, be grounds for disqualification and potential suspensions and fines. We've already seen Vordell Walker put his hands on Jeff Button at the anniversary show. You don't want to do it again with the high alert that AML management was on. Looks like a gourd buster attempt by Papadon. King Shane, as he didn't get all of it, but there's a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. That might do him in. 2, but only 2.5 once again. We are well over 20 minutes into this one. A true classic and an early contender for 2016 AML Match of the Year as the AML title hanging in the balance here between the Greek God Papadon and King Shane Williams. As Papadon's on the floor, James Hunter begins to administer that count once again. As Papadon, he gets in the ring. He's got that AML championship. What the hell is this all about? Papadon's got the title. Looks like he's trying to pace Shane Williams with it. James Hunter says not on his watch. As he's trying to put the title away. Give it back to the timekeeper. Inside out goes Papadon. And King Shane with a tornado DDT. 1, 2. But Papadon is going to kick out as both of these men digging very, very deep to try to pull out the victory. Shane's got him in position. It is pile driver time. He's got him. Papadon's in position. Wait, who's that? Oh, what the hell? That's Vordell Walker. James Hunter's calling for the bell. but the ring wrecker Vordell Walker's back out here. James Hunter heads for higher ground, but it looks like there's some unfinished business between Vordell Walker and King Shane Williams. Security being called out here. The bell continues to ring. Vordell Walker's a madman. Where's he going now? He's reaching underneath the ring. And Walker's got a steel chair. Come on now. As the fans in Winston-Salem have seen enough. As Queen Taylor, she gets in the ring. She's going to try to save her king. Come on, Taylor. Be smart, though. Be smart. As Vordell, he goes to hit Shane. Taylor's going to block it. She's going to go, she's going to go to slap Vordell Walker. Vordell has Queen Taylor in the ropes. What's he reaching in his pocket for? As Vordell Walker, who lost that best-of-5 series fair and square, clearly trying to send a message to Shane Williams with that second chair shot now. As it looks like someone else popped up on the apron, that might have been Scotty Matthews, as he gets knocked down. And Vordell Walker proving that he very well might be the most dangerous man in all of the Mid-Atlantic region. Jeff Button pleading with him to put the chair down. And Vordell with a right hand. And he paced Jeff Button. He's pacing these other security guards. Vordell Walker's officially lost it. As he's putting Shane in position, he points right at Tracy Myers, and it's pile driver time, right on that steel chair. Shane Williams' head bounces right off the mat. Wait a minute, Brian Hawks, oh no, Brian Hawks, he just shoves Vordell, and Vordell, he shoves Brian Hawks down, and he ambushes the general manager. Certain fines and suspensions are going to be levied on Vordell Walker. He has lost his damn mind. James Hunter gets in the ring, does his damnedest to untie Queen Taylor now. As Tim Blaze, the ring announcer, alongside Tracy Myers, the owner of America's Most Liked Wrestling, they're checking in on the general manager, Brian Hawks. He's down at ringside. Hopefully we can get some medical attention out here for Brian Hawks. He's not a trained professional wrestler. He's certainly not one to know how to handle himself going one-on-one with the ring wrecker Vordell Walker. Emotions got the best of Brian Hawks there. As Tracy Myers, he's got a microphone.
I don't know where you're at, and I don't care, but you're fired!
And he basically tells Vordell Walker that he's not welcome at AML. But right when he thought he had his eyes set, focused solely on that AML championship, things have now become personal. Vordell Walker just took this entirely too far.